to visit Fylde. We're on Central Car Park. We're just at the side of the Blackpool Tower. If I do that look, I look like a unicorn. I think the giddy half that was starting to come on. And we're going to have a look at the demolition of the court building. I'm a little bit late to this party. I know the people have already been here and already covered it, but I shall be covering it too. Excuse me, I think that's the dust. I've still got that. When I spot dust or change temperature. So anyway, without choking, we're going to have a look and we're going to see what's happening. Because even though the company that were developing this site have gone into administration, somebody somewhere at some point is no doubt going to do something with it. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you hit the bell for notifications. And give this video a like. I think for coughing I deserve a like. So you can't actually see much from this side. You could just see a little bit of it as I walked across the car park, and I've asked the guy at Blackpool Council if I can get access to get in and get some scoop shots, if you might, and they won't let anybody in because it's not safe. This is your dust suppression look, like a bit of water that they're pumping onto it to reduce the dust. We're going to go around the other side anyway and have a look down there. So this of course is the site of what was the largest and busiest railway station in the world. This was Blackpool Central, and at its peak in 1911 it was the busiest in the world, and now today it's a car park because it closed in 1964 and it's been a redevelopment site ever since. There's been umpteen different plans. There's been a super casino talk. There was a snow dome, an indoor snow dome, which was dubbed Xanadu, which makes you want to sing a song, doesn't it, Abba? And then in 2019, the council signed heads of terms with Nickel, who were the company that were going to redevelop the site. So they started work with the enablement phase, which is your multi-storey car park, which is finished, open and tickety-boo. And then they were going to do the heritage quarter next, which is the buildings behind the car park that you can't actually see from here. And then the next phase was to demolish this lot and then start on the redevelopment of the site. And of course it all went to pot, because in late 2024 Nickel went into administration, and then the council are now looking for a new developer. So I think the gist of why they went into administration was that the car park had got accrued debts, and the developer quite rightly wanted the debt to be paid. So they took him to court, and that sounds like it put the final nail in Nickel's coffin lid. But nonetheless, the council got $4.5 million from Nickel as a land agreement, and they get to keep that. So that's a bonus. We're gonna climb over here and shimmy down here. I've put my trusty sturdy shoes on today in anticipation of going into mucky places. So this is the old police station up here, and the building, the lower building at the back of the wall is the court building. So this is all coming down. This is the old Bonny Street car park, which I think is closed. It was closed. So the vast majority of this plot of land is all owned by Blackpool Council. So it is all a development site and all available to be redeveloped, and the council are actively looking for a new company to take that forward. So if you've got very deep pockets and a few billion quid spare and you want to do a big development, contact Blackpool Council. So at the back of that broken down fence is what used to be Bonny Street Market. I mean, it's a huge site, and that's That's the police station.
So I've walked along Bunny Street from the car park, which is where we came out here. And this is Chapel Street. This is the old multi-storey car park, which they fenced off some time ago. And you can hear the demolition echoing through the car park. And if I bump down, you can just see inside the car park where it's all completely closed off. I should have shown you around the other side really, where you could see better. So this is Chapel Street, which is another story because this marks pretty much the boundary of another £90 million regeneration of residential housing. So all this land at the back of here is a warren of old housing, and a lot of it's not fit for purpose, and the council's got a £90 million grant to transform all that as well. So that's another one. Watch this space. So yes, we've got grot in Blackpool, but at least, to be fair to Blackpool Council, they are trying to do something about it. I mean, you don't get sort of buckets full of money from thin air for nothing, do you? Get a better view around this side. A much better view. So this is what they're doing. This is the court building coming down. So it's not actually the police station. It's the old court building, which is coming down at quite a pace. There's just a fine mist of water blowing this way. I love watching these grab things. They're amazing. I'm just wondering, I don't want to get wet, and I don't want to go and stand in front of them. That's better. They've got quite a lot down already. It looks as if it's being built to stop. I think they discovered that there was quite a lot of the wrapped concrete in it as well. And the courts have been closed for quite a long time before they actually started demolishing it. Building a new court block up at Devonshire Road, at the site of the old Devonshire Road Hospital. Munch, munch. Looks just like a dinosaur's mouth. Goodness, I'm out of breath now. I've walked from down there up this hill. It's put me out of puff. So I'm going to go and join the rest of the Blackpool photography community on the bridge for a bird's eye view. So this is the view from up here, which is much more interesting. You can see much better what they're doing, and you're not in the slipstream of the water vapour either. Amazing. Gentleman with drone. Gentleman with drone who obviously knows me. I didn't recognise his face. Apparently the council have been getting twitchy as well because people are getting too near with drones. So if you're flying a drone and you want to carry on flying a drone, I would suggest that you don't get too near. It's very interesting. It's hard to think that the sea is so near. And away he goes again. amazing, them grab claws, aren't they? Just looks like the head on a monster. So there you go. Spectator side, if they sold tickets at £1 a pop, they'd pay for the demolition, wouldn't they? We'll keep popping back every so often. It's interesting to see how it changes, how the evolution of the Blackpool skyline alters. And I'm sure at some point somebody will do something with it, surely. So anyway, make sure that you've subscribed, make sure that you've hit the bell for notifications, and don't forget to sign up for your Visit Fylde Coast email newsletter, because along with vlogs we've got all kinds of interesting content all through the year. And until next time, we'll see you later. Bye for now.